Welcome to the Texas Truck Channel. We are back at the hill and we promised to bring this vehicle back. We've did it on location. Last time we had it in Hawaii. We found a hill out there. Not our normal hill test done. We promised you the normal hill test, and here we are with it. Brian, what is it?
It is the 2024 Toyota Grand Highlander. And yes, I know it doesn't seem like a special thing to, like, if you're, I don't know, gearhead or big truck guy, but this is such a big deal to the segment. There's a lot of fans that are just gushing to get content on this, and we are happy to cover it. So look, we're not lying. We said in Hawaii we're going to bring it back into our hill test here. Here it is. We made a hill in Hawaii, and it was actually very comparable, but not the same thing. So let's see what we got. This one's actually the Grand Highlander, but it's the Hybrid MAX. So we have the big boy engine. Actually, it's the same size engine, but there's a big boy electric motor in the back.
Well, it's actually a smaller engine than the regular hybrid.
You're right. It's 2.4, but it has a turbo with it. So
yes.
2.4 turbo with an electric motor in the front, hybrid, right? So think Prius with a turbo and a 6-speed auto instead of a CVT, plus a massive electric motor in the rear. There is no mechanical drive shaft connecting the two, so the all-wheel drive system is going to be really interesting. Turbos, as we've seen, are hard to left foot brake going up the hill and being consistent because as boost comes on. So I'm hoping the way that the EV delivers power both front and rear can be a little more consistent. So that should help. Now, as far as approach angles go, and also we forgot power. 363 horse, which we won't need that, but 400 pounds of torque at a very low RPM. That's going to help with the hill.
Yeah, basically from beginning to end.
Pretty much, yeah. So look, approach angle is 16.9 degrees. We happen to know that you need almost 20 in most cases, and that's hard to be consistent because.
And even more since we've dug it out.
Well, that's true. We haven't reassessed that in a while, have we? But
at least 20.
For example, a Chevy Tahoe a year ago, before we dug it out this deep, took 20 degrees to make it up without rubbing. So I'm just gonna, if I had to bet, if we're in Vegas, Craig, I have to bet, this is not making it the main line. Hybrid line and a hybrid is always fun though. That might be a thing.
But we're gonna try.
We're gonna try, and actually the hybrid line is a much better test of traction management systems, which this has plenty. Yeah. Now the good news is ground height is 8 inches. That's not bad at all. That's right there in the mix of like two-wheel drive pickups. Yeah. It's right there, no complaints. Wheel and tire, these are eco tires, that's the downside. These are not some type of, you know, Toyo multi-terrain goofiness that you might find on like a wilderness Subaru. This is just a straight up quiet highway tire. It does have some leafy looking center tread blocking, but man, yeah, it's just not made for this. It's really meant for the best MPG possible, so it's going to be interesting to see how it works. It is wrapped around a very nice looking 20-inch wheel, which looks like it has an exposed lip, which I spotted Craig's going to have to be really helping to make sure we don't have any problems with that. We don't want to damage this in any way, shape, or form. So if you're going to be serious about off-roading with this, you're going to change wheel and tire. Just know that. Departure angle, over 22 degrees. It's 22.3, I think, on departure angle. There is no breakover listed, but it's a 114-inch wheelbase. Kind of do the math on that. It's probably around 19 degrees if I had to guess.
So it's not exactly the Land Cruiser magic number, but you know.
No, I'm glad you brought that up. It's not that at all, but it's going to make a lot of power. So that's the good news. Departures plenty, but we have an actual real exhaust tip. I don't want to damage that, but it is an audible warning of when you're departing something. This one also does not have the hitch on it from the factory, so we don't have like something hard and metal. But luckily this test is not testing departure, it's testing approach and breakover. Let's talk about the drive modes on the inside.
As Brian's getting in the car to talk about drive modes, I just want to let the viewers know, if we had smell-o-vision, you'd be really wanting a burger right now, because someone just the other side of the hill is grilling outside, and it smells so good. I am very hungry. But enough of that, Brian. Tell us about drive modes.
For once, you're not lying. It does smell good. All right, look, drive modes. I'm going to turn this puppy on. It's on. It's a hybrid. Okay, let me show the people real quick. Gauge cluster, super simple, no tack. You have charge, eco, and power. But although when you floor it, it kind of revs out like a tack when it gets the power. Whatever.
You just don't have a number to go with it.
It's pretty frustrating. Down here is where it matters. Traction on and off. We have your drive modes. You have eco and sport. Sport's the really one that matters. Normal if you're normal. And then mud and sand and rock and dirt. That's nice. Also on the side you have a snow mode. We won't be testing that here today.
So you have 6 modes.
That's a bunch.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. You also have hill descent control, which we also don't really test here, but it does exist. Now, one thing I do like over here is you have tangible buttons for everything. The downside is I don't see a tangible camera button anywhere, Craig. Am I missing that?
Right there.
Oh, right there. Here we go. Okay, great. I really want to show this off because the camera system is really impressive. This is doing a 360 of Craig's waist right now, but not his head for some reason. And it goes all around and shows you your peripheral views. What else do we have? There we go. So now you can see the plaid on Craig's shirt really well, and we can tell that this is actually not a white Grand Highlander, even though it thinks that it is. Other than that, we do have a camera, and I'm really curious to see how this works, Trey. Do you have any concerns going in?
No, but I have some thoughts because, you know, we've had a Kia product up here, X-Line, Kia Sorento.
Sure. Yep.
And a mode would have really helped her, like a rock crawl or a dirt and a mud would have really helped. We didn't have any of that.
System, yeah.
We kind of have the same kind of vehicle here. It's not really designed for any of that. But interesting, you actually get a rock mode. So
yeah.
Will that come into play? Will that help? Will that get us past the hybrid spot? I don't know.
In Hawaii, it helped. I know that.
It did.
Let's find out.
On the lava rock. Let's see if it works in limestone.
Oh, wait. We're going to start in normal mode. No traction.
Yes, Brian. What mode are you starting in?
Yeah, starting out, we're going to leave it in normal mode. I'm going to do traction off because I want the least amount of assistance possible just to show that it's natural mechanical grip. Little word to the wiser, traction is still on when it says off, but it's reduced in a big way.
Absolutely. So. Okay, so yeah, same as usual. Least to greatest help on traction aids. We'll see how far we get in normal mode. This has gotten much softer and silty as we've gone along. We've had some rain and some weather. So let's see how far we can get. We do have all-wheel drive. That should definitely help a lot. And again, it did great in Hawaii. And about right here is where we'll get the first sign of slippage. He's going to go as slow as he can. No slippage right there. Moving along. Okay. Wow, okay. How's the modulating?
Pretty good.
Okay. No slippage yet. That's impressive. And here's where the problem is going to be with approaches. Let's see. It's so wide. This is actually a big vehicle.
All right.
Motors, come on. It was an EV the whole way there.
Yeah.
Motors, come on.
Okay.
Okay, let's see here. We're still okay so far. Don't go back yet. Don't go back. Whatever you do, go forward very slow. Okay, stop there. Okay, I thought we were gonna make it. We were really close, and then this rock right here, you can see is gonna create a problem if we continue forward. So let me get down here without falling. This is always a fun part of the show.
My favorite part.
Oh, and I made it. Okay, Brian. Not happening. We knew that was going to happen. What do you say? 16.8.
16.9.
16.9. That's not going to happen.
17. It's close.
Yeah, not happening.
Is it a situation where if we were on a trail and stacked some rocks, would it be possible, or is it just too
potentially? Yeah, or you would just cut that bumper off and you'd be fine.
Okay,
So,
there you go.
what we're going to do is you're going to slowly back up because you are touching a little bit.
Okay.
And then we'll try the hybrid line and see if we can't help that bumper up and over some of this.
Okay.
Still going to be hard.
Something I want to point out is it was in, like you said, it was in hybrid mode the whole time, so it was actually in
EV mode.
Yeah. And all I heard was that rear motor going rear.
Zero slippage getting all the way there.
It was wild. It was very interesting. I felt both the front motor and the left front tire chirped just a little bit.
Okay.
On it, but it was on EV power, not on gas.
Gotcha.
When I did try to left foot brake, that's where that hopping was coming from. It does not like that at all.
Yeah, it doesn't like that.
So word to the wiser, it's not happy in normal mode doing that.
Okay, slowly back up and we'll try the hybrid.
Got it.
Okay, we're still in normal mode. Do the same thing. So we're going to try the hybrid line and see if we can't help this bumper up and over. Okay, and so what we've got going on here is we got your driver front and passenger rear just
and they're alternating completely.
Yeah, they're just going back and forth.
Let's turn traction on.
Let's say right where we're at.
Yep, and let's add traction control, normal mode, and see what happens.
Okay, let's do it. Ready? All right. Okay, so now what we've got, interesting, a little bit of a change.
Okay.
Driver front, passenger rear, both just spinning at the same speed.
So not alternating, just keeping consistent.
Yes. So now we're
But we're not getting brake lock left to right very much.
No.
Okay, I think we should go into one of the off-road modes. Obviously snow is not going to help here. Eco, get out of here. Get out of here. Mud and sand, it's not muddy, it's kind of silty, but let's go to rock and dirt. That's definitely what we're dealing with.
Okay, does it use any different modes or gauges?
Yeah, so the gauge changes up here. As you go through the different modes, it has a different inclination. Again, the cameras are really good for off-road viewing, but only when I approach an obstacle. I can't get it to stay on. I'm sure I can go through the menus, but when you're off-road and you want to go hit a button and get it, The 360 cam doesn't really help you with that.
Yeah, and again, it's not really designed for that. But.
Yeah, but you know, Rock and Dirt is our hill. They have a hill test mode.
Okay,
Who knew
okay.
it?
Well, let's see what this does. We're in the same spot. We're not reassessing the line. Brian, go ahead. Both same wheels are still slipping, but not as bad. It's thinking, it's thinking. Oh, now we got power to this wheel. Make sure we don't watch this now. It's still trying. It's crossed up.
Hold on, we got a warning.
Oh, I'm coming, hang on. All right, what do we got?
It flashed and just went away. It said hybrid system overheated, power reduced.
Oh, interesting.
Very interesting.
Interesting.
I'm gonna try this again. I basically had to give it half throttle for it to start moving.
Okay.
And then when I touched full throttle is when it said overheated. Now the warning's gone now. There's no engine light on.
Okay, right.
So I think what we're gonna do is I'm gonna try that one more time. If it doesn't work, we'll reset it and try it again. How's the nose looking?
So far, so good.
Okay, all right, let's see what we get.
All right. All right, Brian, so no difference? Did you get the same warning again? Or?
Same warning when I gave it more power.
Okay.
I'm gonna try a different line. Well, you told me when you think I should cut. I'm gonna try a pinch of momentum.
Okay.
Because I can feel us digging down.
Yeah.
So that's probably not helping anything. For our testing, that's fun, but in the real world, you probably wouldn't do that.
No.
So let's reset with about a 1 to 2 mile an hour momentum and see if it can work its way up.
Let's do it. Oh. Nope, nope, nope.
Too close?
Bumper not gonna take it.
Oh no. Okay.
Yeah.
Here's the problem I'm running into is if I try to left foot brake, it says gas and brake apply at the same time.
Yeah.
It just does nothing. Thanks to the Prius runaway thing from 10 years ago.
Exactly.
Man, let me try another line. I really want to make this work. Let's see.
Yeah, maybe cut. I probably cut you too late. Maybe cut a little sooner.
Okay.
So. Good.
Yeah. Is there any chance?
Problem is your suspension goes so much when you hit it with too much momentum, it dives down, and then you can't do anything.
I wonder if I do it where without cutting, a little momentum just riding up it.
Okay, yeah.
Let's try that.
All right.
I'm just determined at this point. Whoa, okay. All right, well.
All right, Brian. Well, hybrid's not going to work. Mainline's not going to work. In the Grand Highlander's defense, the hill in Hawaii was just kind of, we didn't have approach. We had a steep hill, but that was it.
It had some moguls, but not like this.
It was just steep. It wasn't anything else.
Well, now we have a real comparison of Hawaii hill test versus Texas hill test. They're not the same.
All right, but we still have, Brian, a crossover line that we can try. That some people call a bypass line. Still a pretty steep hill, and we'll still test out both drive lines.
Yeah.
And we can try that in normal mode with no traction. See what happens.
So we get.
All right, so normal mode. No traction.
Yeah, traction off.
Traction off. Even the horizon here, you can kind of see how steep this climb is.
Jeez, I'm getting stunned.
Don't have to worry about any drive line getting hit.
Yeah, there's no drive shaft.
You hear the electric motor doing its thing.
Right front just slipped.
Okay. Got the clearance.
All right, hang on. It said, press brake when stopped. Hybrid system may overheat.
Okay.
So we're just going in a straight line. We're crawling, and it's just worried about saving itself from heat management on the rear motor.
Okay.
So
interesting. And we did make it though. All right, Brian. Well, very interesting. I'll be honest, a little disappointing.
Yeah, I would say it's a bit of a fail. Yeah. But it did surprisingly well in more moderate terrain than we did in Hawaii.
Yes.
So I think like a camping road in California. Sure. You know, this is going to do fine for that. For any type of incline, though, it really struggled on that. And that, I mean, in terms of the hybrid system overheating, and that's part of it just saving itself. Something else I want to point out: we were concerned about modulation with a turbocharged 4-cylinder and a hybrid system together. And I would say it's about the same as a turbo we usually have.
Fair.
And
Fair.
the only reason why is because you can't left foot brake.
Right.
Its actual power delivery was very linear because the EV motor is actually pretty consistent in the way it comes in. But as far as tricks the driver can apply to make it work, you're just gutted. You can't do it.
Well, and I think what this hill test has proven is that this all-wheel drive system is for what most people do. It's for wet weather conditions, icy, slippery conditions. Right. And in this particular model, it's for performance, and that's it.
That's what it is. And look, and let's get back to zero on this. The CX-90 claims to be about performance, and I think this is a little better at that.
Yeah, fair enough.
Both of them struggled right here on this hill.
They sure did. With that, thanks for watching. We test them all, even the ones that shouldn't be up here. Please subscribe, please like, and let us know in the comments how good or bad a driver we are, or spotter we are, because, you know, we love reading that, and it's fun to watch. So, thanks for watching.
Also, the road test of this is over on our TTC car channel if you're interested in seeing that.
See you next time.
Bye.